Mike Wilmer.
That girl is a real crowd, please. Small world, all her friends know of me. Young bull living like an old geese. Quick release the cash, watch it fall slowly. Frat girl still trying to get in. Haters mad for whatever.
Good evening, League. This is the assistant to the commissioner, Cole Kilgore, coming in to do the Week 2 wrap-up video. Welcome to the new office, new video layer, new fantasy headquarters, whatever you want to call it. Welcome. Still in the process of getting it all set up, but we got it set up enough to do this video. So let's hop into it so I don't make this video 11 minutes long. First game we're going to talk about is Trash Pizza versus Harambe's Tribute Tour. That's Graham versus Cole, both coming in over. Graham ended up losing this one 96.5 to 99.4. Big score for Cole was Cole with 22.4. Big score for Graham happened to be Cam Newton, 29.8 points. Go figure, he's going to be your workhorse. Just going off my notes here. Cole, good week for you, bud. Bounce back. Still have some weak spots on your squad until Bell comes back next week. Matty Stafford, huge asset as long as he keeps throwing the ball. Keeps completing the ball, all that jazz. Cam, obviously was a good keeper. He keeps going off for your team, but you have some huge concerns at the running back position. I know you made some trades or a trade today to make that a little bit better, but I still don't think your team's going to be very good. I see you third to the bottom. Yeah, huge concerns for you. Cole, look to squeak out a win this week. When Bell comes back, you might have a shot at winning some more games. But right now, it's sketchy for both of you. Graham, you got a lot of work ahead of you, bud. A lot of work. So Graham, you go to 0-2. Cole goes to 1-1. Congrats, Commish, for getting your first win of the season. Yeah. Next game, Team Brinko versus Harambe Kong's Heroes. That's Austin versus TJ. Big score for TJ was Derek Carr with 25 points. Big score for Austin was Kelvin Benjamin with 22.8 points. Right now, top spot is Cam Newton still. TJ, congrats on starting the right quarterback. If you would have started Andy Luck, you probably would have lost. So good for you for starting Derek Carr over him. Delaney finally had a good game, finally back in his form that you know and love. Austin, Kelvin Benjamin tearing it up. Way to roll the dice on keeping him after a year of him being off. Some concerns with both teams is running back chin. Austin does have C.J. Anderson, who's a pretty strong running back. Doug Martin and Eddie Lacy both had awful games. Eddie Lacy pulled a Lacy, and Doug Martin got hurt. Woodhead did get killed this weekend, so TJ lost another running back, lost a flex position. So that's bad. And Foster for Austin got hurt. Go figure, right? Payne knows. He always gets hurt. Good news for Austin is he has 85 options to make his team work and trade with. Obviously, the trade cherry has been broke for Austin, so who knows what's going to happen now. I believe you both will be top 5 teams by the end of the season. I see you both making the playoffs, but TJ did get the win this week. So, next game was Moose Stuff versus Vape Nation. That's myself versus Herstein. Vape Nation, baby. Vape Nation. I did beat Herstein 104.8 to 71.1. Herstein was your fantasy loser this week. Lowest points scored. That's 0-2 for Herstein. He hasn't been there in a long time. He is human, fellas. He is human. CK taking a huge risk, drafting Matty Ice in the final round as his starting quarterback till Tom Brady's back. Paid off for me. Matty Ice put up 27.8 points, my leading scorer. And then Broncos D, baby. They're back. They're back in full-fledged form. They're going to keep me going. They're going to get me in the playoffs again. Herstein big scorer was Big Ben. Again, DeMarco Murray is a #1 back, getting 10 points back-to-back weeks. He's going to keep that going. I know I have the shittiest team in the fucking league and I shouldn't win, but I don't. You guys might not like my team, but I like my team. My team performs for me. They get over 100 points each week. 2-0. Jordan, big concern for you is your wide receivers didn't do anything, and that's scary. When your wide receivers don't perform, you hurt for points because you invested heavily in the wide receiver position. Hopefully you bounce. Actually, no, I don't hope you bounce back, but I think you will. I think you'll end up being probably middle tier this year. I don't see you getting in the playoffs, honestly. I see one of your players getting hurt, and you really scrambling to get a win. Big dilemma for Cole is Charles and Ware. Dilemma is going to be back since Charles is starting this week. Who should I start? It's going to be one of those things. So congrats to me. I'm 2-0. Jordan, you dropped to 0-2. That blows. Don't like being there. Next up, we had Fupa Freaks versus Y'all Mind If I Praise God. That's Steiner versus Mike. Closest matchup of the week. It came down to a point that went Mike's way. 117.3 to 116.3. Big score for Mike was Phillip Rivers, the guy he hated and guy he wanted to trade on Sunday. Ended up winning me the week. So, what? You give up on players like that. He's a good quarterback. He just has off weeks. He's not consistent. But, whatever. Congrats, bud. Mick, 420 Blunt. Cousins, 18.3 and 18. Best matchup of the week obviously came down to Monday night. Ryan Matthews scoring some points for Mike to get the win. Huge concern for Mike is running back. Isaiah Crowell is a good pickup, but you still have to start Rawls and Ryan Matthews, or you have a dilemma. I think you're weak at the position. You have one more week of Williams, and then I don't know, man. You're coming back to earth fast. Mick, just a bad week and unlucky. Obviously, you would have beat everybody in the league this week besides Mike. So I still think your team's top tier. You're definitely going to be in the playoffs if your team stays healthy. So pick your chin back up, Mick. You'll be back. You'll be back, bud. You'll be back. Next up was Blood Disease versus Dumpster Fire. That was Payne versus Footy. Arch rivals, the most talkative people in GroupMe. Footy blowing Payne away 125.6 to 88. He is your fantasy winner. I think this is a first for him since he's been in the league to be a fantasy winner. So congrats, Footy. Forte, Palmer, Cardinals D, all over 22 points. Forte obviously the most. And then Decker for Payne, 18.6. Footy, great week. Cardinals D had to play a team that just basically gave up and handed them the ball and gave you points. Payne had to deal with mediocre week from Breeze, and Stewart being hurt is really concerning for him. Both of you definitely need a tight end, I believe. You both have tight ends that could be great tight ends, but they're just not performing. And I have two tight ends that you could use that have been getting consistent points each week. Hit me up, slide in the DMs. But congrats to Footy, you're 1-1, got your first win. I think last year it took you till 7 to get your first win. So congrats, bud, you're 1-1. Payne, 1-1, right where you belong. Shit position. So that brings us to our final game, Hot Danes Gravy Train versus Abdullah Ablangata. That's Kyle versus Masada, both using names from last year, both old names. Kyle lost this one, 81.6 to 84. Big score for Masada was Hopkins. Big score for Kyle was A-Rod, Latavius Murray, and JT all over 15 points. Go JT, hook 'em horns, baby. Both teams have huge concerns with their stud players. Didn't put up the points they should. You guys have good players on your team. They're just not putting up points for you. So that is a huge concern. I think Masada, you're starting 2 RB2s right now, and you need an RB1. You need to make a trade, and not a Masada trade. You need to make a healthy trade. Okay? Kyle, Macklin dropping 50 balls is going to hurt you each week if you keep doing that. And Gurley, man. Gurley. You could be going down. I see you both bottom 2 of the league. Kyle at the lowest, Masada right above him, and then Graham. Huge concerns for both your teams. I hope you figure something out just to make this league interesting, but I don't think if you keep your teams going this way, it's going to happen. Kyle, you're probably going to get last place. So that's my wrap-up video. Probably no prediction video this week just because I don't fucking feel like it and nobody really cares about my predictions. Hope to see you guys Sunday. Got the 3 TVs all ready to go. Just need you guys to fucking show up for once. And on that note, I will be exiting this video. You guys have a great night. See you Sunday. Babe Nash, babe.
Like Beatles got the